All right, let's try this out. What's up, world? It's your boy Drew Marcy here for How to Rap. And in this video, we're gonna try something a little different. Something I haven't seen much on the interwebs here. And we are going to go into the YouTube algorithm and find rappers with under 100 views and break down how they come in, how they flow, and all that good stuff. Now, if you've never seen me before, named Drew Marcy. I run this company, How to Rap. It is the most subscribed YouTube channel on the science of learning how to rap and start a rap career. You see, we got over 500,000 subs. I myself have been professionally making music for over 10 years, traveled the world from rap over 15 countries, but more importantly, have been coaching thousands of rappers one-on-one on how to rap right here. So what you'll see today is a little bit of what we do, but enough about me. The way this is gonna work is we're gonna start from the most views, meaning like around 100 views, and work our way down. If you're the artist watching this, don't worry, it's all love, it's no shade. There's not gonna be like shots fired or whatever. But I know as an artist myself, having an objective set of eyes of it, a third party just breaking down what's going well, what I like, all that stuff, just as a fan of the music and somebody who's been working with artists, it would be very valuable. So without further ado, let's first start with number 1 of 5, Flavors on the King freestyle, Don Juan. I don't know, Flavors on the King sounds like it's the actual YouTube company or whatever. Okay, yeah, the artist is Don Juan. And so we just rack it up. Never heard this before. This is live reaction with our thoughts. So let's get into it. All right.
Hey man, this is Flavor of the King freestyle, man. And I'm Don Juan, man.
Bitch, I'm coming out the top like it's one in the head. And I'm sound like a monster that's just under your bed. These niggas like sponsors, they be under the fed. And I don't need my clothes for this, I wear pajamas instead.
Okay, so first thing I'd say is, well, first of all, you know, on the positive side, he's got, you know, the cool organized, what we call end of the bar flow. So end of the bar flow is where you're rhyming usually the words at the end of each bar or each line of rap. So, you know, come in the head, da 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 with it done with the bread, right? That's a very common mixtape style of rap, and it's a bread and butter for 90% of all rappers. Now, I would say as one piece of improvement maybe, okay, so this is what the Uchiwali instrumental from way back in the day, right? 2001 maybe, Nas, Bravehearts, right? Perhaps if you're trying to get a, you know, a buzz in 2022, the 2020s, probably a better beat or a more modern beat or a more challenging beat really to use to get people's attention, right? You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be trap. You don't have to use auto-tune. Sounds like he's working with the bars, but I personally would use an instrumental that's just gonna grab a larger fan base. Anybody over the age of 30, 35 might be like, okay, this is the beat, but this beat is just very direct, and it's gonna lead you to have a more like straightforward, direct flow. So, you know, personally, I think a better beat selection would be the way to go. But, you know, as far as like the actual bar structure, like there's a little bit of experience. Shout out to Don Juan though. All right, so the next one is Late Night Studio Session. I'm working Arkansas, Datboijug or Jug. That's what's up. We gonna rock out, see what he's got. I see that he's got the YNE sign. I actually personally like, by the way, I personally like when they have like the caption YNE sign and the emotion. So shout out to that. Obviously it's in a serious studio. Like I like that vibe. Some people might think that that's, you know, a little extra, but I personally mess with it. So, all right.
Hey, what's on the crowd, not speed. The police are behind me, I'ma flee. Hey, how you on the team? Under pressure, how you fold? You ain't need squeeze. Yeah. Hey, under pressure, the pressure I keep rolling. 4 choppers, they all clean, the wheel stolen. I'm from a city where you can't go if you ain't loaded, and they crate jump. Shit selling like soda. Hey, I'm spinning on they block until it's over. Gun smoke, fiends familiar odor. He ain't squeezed. How you clicking with some soldiers? I been running shit, they just didn't want no one to know the shit.
Okay, so I like this joint. A couple things. First, we can kind of see with the comparisons of rapper back to back, like certain things that rappers or other artists, more experienced artists, are using to their advantage. First thing, I'm gonna just say straight up, the visual nature of how he's going about promoting or giving his vibe is really dope. You got the dope studio in the background, and probably he just finished cooking up. Looks cool. Body language is great, right? He clearly believes in the quality of his music. So even just the fact that I'm looking at somebody who's in the lab cooking up, that is like rapping along, really believing it, really, you know, he's very clear, very good vocal tone, definitely that Southern vibe, but just a nice, cool, bumping Southern vibe. I'm a native East Coast cat, but I like this kind of music. I went to college down in Atlanta, so I know, you know, I think of the UGKs, I think of the 8 Ball and MJGs, I think of that era of rap, and it gets me excited, right? You can see that I'm like, all right, you know, I definitely check out another joint by Homeboy. And like I said, it comes down a lot to presentation in this case. As far as the actual music itself, it's bumping, it's a good beat. If you notice what the beat did there was it actually, like, it's slow. When he had a punchline, the producer turned the beat down so that they could land that punchline. So overall, the presentation, especially compared to the first one, is just, you know, it gives me a lot of excuses to pay attention. And of course, they got the emojis, they got the whiny sign. Like, it just overall, like, I was like, yeah, I'll check Homeboy out. So of course, by the way, all the artists here that were reaching out, I'm gonna put the videos in the description, give them some promotion, all that. So check out Datboijug or Jug from Arkansas. I thought that was pretty cool. I would play that track. All right, so let's go on to number 3. And number 3 is Shoddy Boy, You Ain't Stopping Me from Akron, Ohio. Okay, we move around the country. Obviously, you hear pretty good reaction on my part. First of all, dude's flow is like completely in the pocket, right? And let's break this down, because often a flow like this where it's a slower beat, you got like the sample-based, you know, loop going on. A lot of times people that are new rappers don't know how to handle slower beats and do it in a way that you can really let the instrumental shine. And Shoddy Boy right here is doing it perfectly. You know, they stole from me. I got the old money, right? I would say I'm definitely hearing a little bit of like bars heavy influence. Meek Mills comes to mind, throwing it back. Cameron comes to mind. And just overall, there's a slow rap drip that Shoddy Boy is bringing that I really enjoy here. And he's got some already cool, witty things like, you know, they owe money. Like, I'm a big fan of this kind of rap. I already told y'all I'm personally East Coast cat. Overall, like, the video quality is pretty good, especially given the fact that shooting a video of this quality doesn't take that much money. You can have the DSLR, you know, we're talking, you know, it could be, the DSLR could be as cheap as $300, especially if it's used, which these things last forever. I've been using this for 5 years, if not longer. And, you know, they got the whips in front. They put the lights on it. He's in front of the cars. He's on like a dirt road, but it's cool. It's a cool image. And yeah, I think there's definitely some cool like bars drip. His delivery is great. He's chilling. So let's let it keep rocking and see what else we can tease out.
Bitch grinding for days with my toes funky. I don't do no fronting. Now these niggas running off with bags. I can't do no fronting. Nigga, I got keys to.
Man said, why these dudes running off with bags? I can't do no fronting. Like, y'all running off with the bag, I'm not gonna hook you up. You know what I'm saying? I can't front you to work because y'all running. Like, see, like this is experienced rap, street rap. You know, especially if you're going for the more lyrical heads, like street cats that really like to hear them bars. Like when you hear people say them bars, this is what they're talking about, where there's like little clever things caught describing the mentality of street cats and stuff like that. And there's these little one-liners that could be said conversationally. One thing I like to train a lot of artists on who are trying to either get into the street sort of bar heavy rap or just understand how to better construct lyrics is pay attention to rappers like Jay-Z or Nas and the conversational nature with which they describe things going on in their life. So Jay-Z is the type of rapper that'll say something like I told you, sell drugs. No, Hove did that. So hopefully you won't have to go through that. I was raised in the projects, roaches and rats, smokers out back, selling my mama's sofa, right? There's a conversational nature to that. Like I told you, sell drugs. No, Hove did that. Hopefully you won't have to go through that, right? Or go listen to Ether by Nas, the actual Jay-Z diss, and how he's being very direct, you know, put it together. I rock hoes, y'all rock fellas, and now y'all trying to take my spot, fellas? Feel this hot rock, fellas, right? Listen to the conversational nature with which these artists are describing what they're going through. This is a great example of this. Shout out to Shoddy Boy. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. You got the bars, yo.
So what's stopping you, nigga? When I was broke, I didn't hate or pocket watch on the nigga. Never. Man, cause I ain't rocking with niggas. Feel the tension, that's why I always got that Glock with me.
Okay, so, all right, so this is, I've been giving a lot of props to Shoddy Boy, and this is nice, right? I think y'all know that, right? You know he's got bars, and worth, you know, checking out his other music again in the video description. My one big note would be that chorus, right? You know, I think that, first of all, if you're trying to shoot a video and put your hard-earned money in it, usually you should put the chorus in the beginning of the song, because putting the chorus at the start of the song, if you notice, most big singles, most hit singles start with the chorus, so that by the time that first verse is done, people are already like got that chorus and it becomes more catchy, right? Additionally, Spotify counts a stream as listening to the first 30 seconds. So you probably should have a very catchy part of the song to start the song if you're trying to get them Spotify spins. Same with YouTube, first 30 seconds. So I'm gonna first suggest just move that chorus first and then get into them bars, especially if you like Shoddy Boy and you know you're already nice with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already know he's nice. Get that chorus out. Secondly, definitely, I would say a simpler chorus that you know people will sing along to. It's a little wordy of a chorus, which is something that happens a lot with the cats, like with the bars, like cats who can really spit bars and really got the punchlines and everything down. Often it's harder for them to make simpler choruses, which is why, if you notice, a lot of the bars heavy rappers often go out to other big artists for choruses. Meek Mill, more recently Jack Harlow, uses samples, or, you know, he has What's Poppin', but a lot of his biggest songs are, you know, especially on his new album, are using other artists. I call that being a song maker or songwriter versus a song finder. And that's where you're finding people to do your chorus, because maybe just choruses aren't your biggest like draw, you know what I'm saying? Like, you may not so far have that Drake ability. So being a song finder is very important for artists who are heavy with the bars. You got to find that person who sings, or you got to, even if you're comfortable with it, get somebody to write a chorus for you. No shame in that. People forget Jay-Z himself, a lot of them choruses you like, y'all like, you know, from Jay-Z and cats like that, was written by Kanye. Guess who's Bazak? That's Kanye. Nev, I'm still messing with crime because crime pays. Out hustling, same clothes for days. That's Kanye, right? Lucifer, son of the morning. I'm from the murder capital where they murder for capital. That's Kanye, right? So don't be afraid to necessarily get people to like help you construct the songs. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, let's move on to the next one. Shout out to Shoddy Boy. That was nice. And we got 414 Big Frank. Shout out to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Here we go. Big Frank. What up?
Freestyle in the building. Yeah, this all dedicated to all you cheap ass niggas that be hating on it. Yeah, it's all good, baby. We gonna switch it up though like this. Yeah, okay, okay. It was all a dream. Just shaking ass on the scene. Birdie off for 30 with a 30, got a beam. Yeah, trying to fuck all of a sudden cause I'm clean. We was in that long body thinking it's a limousine. I remember hanging pictures and I had them on the wall. Reminiscing, trying to ball, trying to feel like John Wall. Had the checkerboard shirt with the shoes tried to match. Looking like a lumberjack with the hose trying to crack.
Okay. I'm just smiling because, first of all, shout out again, presentation, folks. My man is smiling. He got his daughter. He doing a little bit of the Biggie sort of fake out. The camera work is excellent. Shout out to whoever's doing the camera work out there. He got his homies there. Beautiful lens. You know, got a couple different looks. So right, you got the him right here as we see. With his, you know, in the, there's like a studio background, or that might, I think that's actually the sky itself. So they got the color correction right. Overall, he just seems like he's in a good mood, and it kind of matches the energy of using the Biggie sample and then going into the party jump. So that's why you see me smiling. Also because my Midwest homies, shout out to y'all. I know that the Midwest, y'all really like those turn up, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like very like 808 heavy. So it just reminded me of a lot of the Midwest stuff coming out recently, where they have cats that are, you know, kind of no doubles, no bells or whistles, just bars over these like more fun, almost hyphy beats, right? Like that's almost a hyphy beat, but he's spitting real bars. So overall, I have a pretty good impression of this. I think that, you know, his voice is pretty cool, but I really give a lot of points to presentation. Just overall, like, it looks cool. It makes me want to check another track. And if he can keep that level, or his video team and all that, if they can keep that level of video quality, and just the way he looks and he's presenting himself, I mean, like, there's no reason that this can't start to bubble up. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it is. Like, I don't know. Like, some of these joints that people may already be well known. Actually, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be as honest, reacting without all the clout, without knowing who's big, but this dude looks like he's got a little pull. And shout out to Milwaukee, by the way. Like, I've been out there a few times. All the homies out there are dope. And Milwaukee's cool, man. So let's keep it rocking.
Yeah, this shit was hard. They didn't know Big Frank was gonna take it this far. Now she in the light, booty looking tight. I'm into it with the hell yeah, I'm trying to fight.
Now, the one thing I would say about this, like, as you can hear, like, even the cats that I enjoy or have a very good positive impression, sometimes I'm like, the one thing I would feel like would make this a little hotter is definitely I wish it's almost like I wish that we had the bars of Shoddy Boy with like the presentation and vibe of 414 Big Frank. You know what I'm saying? Like, because 414 Big Frank has everything that I'm looking for as a fan, as somebody discovering new music, but I want just one or two more like witty punchlines or like some really dope choruses. Again, like a lot of what y'all see, especially people that watch me, I'm big on the song structure stuff, right? The hit making. Now this may obviously just be more of a promo bars kind of thing, so that may not be what he's looking for, but definitely lyrically, I think that there's some wittiness that could be added to this. But overall, 414 Big Frank, dope. Again, everybody's gonna be linking the description. Check him out. You know what I'm saying? If we all enjoy this, we might come back and check out the other songs from these artists. And the last one today is He Murdered That Beat. Okay, He Murdered That Beat. A Trillyway production. I don't know if that's the production crew or if that's like the artist or whatever, but he already got the presentation down, as we said. Looked like he wilding. It was a good screenshot. Looked like he going in. All right, let's go.
Draco got plenty round. We dropped it, Rennie did again, so we had spin around. This Wu gang, we the mob, but ain't no getting down. Hey, Freestyle, that boy a demon, can't forget my round. Shoot till he hit the ground. Everything got plenty round. And we get bodied when we slide, so ain't no snitching loud. My papa died, I would've died to make that proud. If your dog, he tried my dog and got put in the cloud. Shoot till it clicking sound. Reverse and switch it out. If you with him, I think
thicker sound. Okay, so this is actually perfect timing given everything. Anybody who's watched this far, y'all really see how a lot of these artists, there's kind of like a spectrum, and this is what happens when you're like coaching or working with artists, or just, you know, as a fan, when you're really breaking it down as a science, as we try to do on this channel. So what we saw in the beginning, you know, towards the very start were cats with, you know, it sounds good, voice is good, maybe the bar structure is good towards the beginning. And I'm like, but we need a little bit more presentation, song construction, thinking about listenability. Will I keep playing this to get that view on YouTube or that view on Spotify? Then as we develop, we get some cats with some real like nice bars, but I'm like, the song construction, but it's starting to look better. Then we have 414 Big Frank. Everything about it is great vibe, but I'm like, I just need a little bit more, something to hold on to lyrically or whatever. And then we get to Homeboy. I'm gonna send a link in the video description, like I said, but I don't know his name. But okay, so this is where the artist is leaning a lot on catchiness, great voice tone, presentation, right? He looks cool. He got the gloves, he got the squad in the background. The energy is fantastic. And just overall, like you can see it, you're automatically in it. This has been 8 seconds in or something like that, right? You know what I'm saying? 10 seconds in, and I'm like, right? I know as a fan where to sing along to. I don't know if this is a chorus or the verse itself, but it's so catchy, it doesn't matter, right? I would literally listen to the song in my, you know what I mean? I would download it. This is great workout music, right? Stuff like that. So I'm gonna give number 5, which is ironic because this is the one with the least views, right? We went from biggest, the first one had 93 views. This has 18 views. Now that may also be just because it's a wider promotion, right? Trillyway might be one of many promotional strategies. Sounds like dude has been around. You know what I'm saying? Just meaning he's an experienced rapper. He knows what he's doing. But yeah, so overall, this is our first time doing this. Let us know if you enjoy it, of course. If you like any of the artists, or check the artists anyway, give them some spins. You know, send them how to rap, tell them how to rap, send them. Shout out to the homies. Hopefully all the artists, if you do check this out, I will reach out to y'all so y'all have an opportunity and we can just chop it up. You know, I think one of the big things we learned today, or we kind of parsed out, just one man's opinion, of course, too. Like y'all might be like, this dude don't even know what he's talking about. Hurt my subs, that's fine. I'm just doing this for the love of the game. You know, I'd say first and foremost, like unsigned artists and a lot of beginning artists worry about presentation. And presentation doesn't always have to be the perfect mixing or whatever, or like, you know, my man from Arkansas, I believe he's from, no, my man from, where was he from? Let's make sure we get it right so everybody should. Yeah, my man from Arkansas, she just had the look down as far as he's in the studio cooking up. Even if that's not his studio, it doesn't matter. It looks cool. He gave energy, and like when he's rapping, he really looks like he believes it. Similarly, I'm just gonna pull up everybody's name so I'm shouting them out right. Similarly, 414 Big Frank, good energy, right? Sounds like he's having a good time. Last homeboy at Trillyway Production, energy, believes in himself, right? So presentation when you're doing video marketing for your music. That's a one big thing, one big note that we have. Secondly, you know, a lot of times cats like the homie Shoddy boy, nice with the bars, already can write circles around most like of these, certainly these unsigned hype artists, but Shoddy boy, I haven't heard anything else, but I would bet he has tons of like dope freestyle bar. Like he's nice. He needs to just focus on chorus construction, bridges, right? That's all he needs to do because he's already nice with it. He already has a video team together, all of that good stuff. So the second thing I would say, like stressing about song construction, song structure, choruses, things like that. A great example being the last video we saw where I didn't know whether it was a chorus or verse. It didn't matter. It was catchy as hell. I was already in the vibe. All right, so that's number 2. Stress about song structure. Right, that's going to be the difference between, oh, he's nice with it, to, oh, I want to hear that again, right? But what I want to hear again, probably the most, is the last drink. And I would say last I would say being aware of what the music choices that you make, how they represent what you're trying to go for. So, you know, in the first video, dude definitely knew how to construct bars and he was getting there, but the fact that he was using 2001 beats, like 2000s, 2001, and rap and having bars about like 50 Cent and stuff like that, that definitely affected, you know, the ability for me, like my little cousins and them, right, who are listening to whoever, anything from Juice WRLD to Lil Durk and stuff like that. Like, I'm not sure I can play that for him and be like, well, check out this new cat, right? But if you have really catchy, great energy, like some of the later videos, or good presentation, like my homie from Milwaukee, I can show my little cousins and them this stuff, and they at least gonna be like, oh, he's cool. What else he got? You know what I'm saying? So that's the Rap Coach reaction. Just trying this out. If you're the artist watching this, shout out. You know, let's build and all that. If you are an artist yourself who enjoyed watching this, or you watch How to Rap already, you're a big fan, go to the video description, because we want to give this opportunity to more than just folks we're finding in, you know, the algorithm, like people that are fans of How to Rap and actually take some of our advice. I want to be able to give you this opportunity as well. So check out the video description for more info on that. And I appreciate everybody for watching. This is brand new. I'm like getting used to this whole thing myself. Hopefully it went well. Let me know what y'all think, and I'll see you on the next one. It's the big homie Drew for How to Rap. Shout out to all the artists. Visit their stuff in the video description. I'm out.